Hello, everyone. Welcome to the beta testing of Alien Wizard Science. I'm your host, Matt Worldly, and we are live in the greatest city in the world, Denver, Colorado. And when I say beta testing, it means that I gotta figure this stuff out. I've got all the tools I need to take us on the most wildest, most beautiful adventure. But I don't know what the process is yet. I don't know what the flow is yet. And the only way to know the flow is to just go. Write that down. So that's why we're here. When I say beta testing, I don't know, I feel insecure, my face isn't painted, I'm not in my mad scientist lab coat. But it's all good. The bells and whistles are least important. Right now, I want to learn how to submerge you guys into this experience so that we experience this together. That is the most important thing that I've learned in this process, is how do we experience this magic together? How can I put you right on this table with this glass, with this light, with this rotation, with these refractions, with this wall, and how do we just go for it? Well, we're about to find out. As you can see right now, this beautiful piece of glass is rotating on this platform. There's a laser shining through it. It's creating a multitude of light refractions. And I like it. It's pretty cool. But that's something I did just to kind of play around. I would really like to start from scratch here with you guys, because that is the most exciting thing about this process. I desire to have absolutely no idea what's about to happen in here. And when something magical does happen, and it will, we're going to experience it together in real time. And I tell you, here's what's jumping out at me right now. I'm gonna bring it to you. I'm gonna shove it in your face. Here we go, check this out. This is what's jumping out at me right now. Let's see if I can pick this up without dropping it. I'm 100% going to drop this, just a heads up. Never mind, I'm good. All right, let me show you this. Present this to you. Very carefully. Oh, told you I was going to drop it. Anyway, let's be smarter about this here. I'm just going to put it on the rotating base, and then we'll all get on the table together and take a closer look at this. There we go. All right, what did I just do? Let's take a look. Ooh, hello there. So yeah. Let's let the light do the talking for a minute. I would like you guys to observe what's happening inside of each one of these prisms. Because as chaotic as it may seem, there are patterns. Now, let me make something very clear. This laser is on sound activated mode, and it's bouncing all over the place. So as far as patterns go, it's unlikely that we're going to see any patterns. However, if this circle on the wall here is completely still and it moves through what's already moving, then it doesn't have to move. All these prisms are going to move it all by itself. Let me shift the camera here. All right, now just for the sake of light pollution, I'm gonna kill a lot of the lighting in here so we can really focus on what we're seeing and what the possibilities are. So there goes the black lights. I think I'm gonna leave the shelf lights on. I think that makes a great backdrop. But I'm gonna kill the black lights. And as you can see, you're already starting to see more. So what I'd like to do is just observe this for a moment. Let's see what's going on. Let's bear in mind that this laser here is just shooting out a single circle, and we're putting these prisms rotating on this glass directly in front of the circle. So that's what we're seeing. Let's just take it in for a second. This is kind of like the warm-up round. Because at first, this will seem overwhelming to you. But you start to recognize patterns and what's going on if you start to pay close attention. Because everything's rotating, everything comes back around, and it's all following a path. And on this path, patterns will show themselves. And from those patterns, we can essentially diagnose what is happening in this light phenomenon. You see when the circle gets split up, see how the circle's coming back in this area. Oh, I've got a laser pen in my pocket. Check this out. So right here, wait for it. Piece of the circle comes in, almost joins back together like a puzzle. Right there, there goes the top of the circle here. Here comes. Now, why is this moving so slow? What the hell is that? Why did that just come and go? Everything else seems to be moving fluidly to the left. See, here comes this guy. Oh, we've got another hesitator. Oh, okay, he's teasing us. That is so odd. I wonder what's happening there. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is probably the full rotation now. There's going to be another one coming in. Here it is right here. Here's another one. So we have to figure out what's happening here. That's my first question. I want to know what's happening right up here in just a moment. See, he goes home. Then I got confident. I said it was going to happen again. But then this big one came and then just lurked and then went away. All right, let's start there. I'm gonna back this up. Okay, man, we're gonna pause it. Okay, so clearly this piece and this piece are essentially together. Like they're very close. They're not from the same. They are from the same light phenomenon. Not doing a very good job at describing that. So let's move on here. How am I gonna figure out what's going on? Well, the obvious point, the truth, is that the answers are right in front of us. All we have to do is play with the pieces, right? I'm going to turn this back up. Let's just go right on the table here. I'm going to start moving around. I'm going to move this guy right here. Okay? And that's the answer. That's where we're going to start. Because when I remove this, all that completely disappears. That's incredible. Because my assumption was that, what was it? What was like that or something? How we got to kind of put it back in its place here. Stand by. Let me find that sweet spot. Oh, I see. I need to rotate the prism. Okay, there it is. Here we go. Boom. We're right back on track. Boom. There it is. Okay, that's amazing. So, as I said, those two pieces are coming from the same light phenomenon. So, yes, I actually did say that. I actually was right about that. That's cool. But why is that happening? I feel like the laser is shining through all of this, but actually it's not. The laser is kind of like, you see here, just kind of shooting out the side. So it's really only going straight through that prism. And then you can see the horizon of this glass piece right here, and how the blue dot looks like a sun on that horizon. Because this is very opaque, that's why we can see its shadow. But the prism, completely transparent. And a lot of fun stuff happens with prisms. And that's why I decided to start with these, because what's happening is phenomenal. So, okay, check this out. What we're gonna do now is, since we're trying to figure out why these two pieces linger, they don't come around all the way like the other ones do, and then they go away. Well, I say we eliminate the other two prisms and focus solely on this one where this strange light phenomenon is happening. Now I'm going to try to remember exactly how these were pretty much. Yeah, trust me, I can do this. Let's start this table up again. And let's watch this in full rotation. There we go. Okay. So we're like, yeah, it's coming. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys, are you fucking kidding me right now? Look how beautiful that was. It looked like a shooting star. And that all happened just because I barely moved the prism. Remember that this piece here was initially going in and then going out back with this piece. Now they're doing completely independent things. So I would have never guessed, if that would have happened initially, that this was happening from one prism. I would assume two prisms were causing this simultaneously. So here we go. Let's watch that again. Here it comes like a shooting star. Oh my God, that is so beautiful. Let's see. Let's get more of that. Let's get more of that. Here we go. Man, I tell you, start simple and you will find miracles, right? We are almost 15 minutes into this, and we've already come across something absolutely miraculous. And for those of you wondering why I haven't spoke to the incredible wavy, like watery light refractions from this base, well, it's because there are no words. It's really stunning. It's an absolutely great accent to this light experiment, because it allows us to focus on this right here. Here comes the shooting star. Choo! Wow. Let's do it again. And this time I'm going to slow down the prism, slow down the rotating base, and we're going to watch the shooting star in slow-mo. Here we go. In slow-mo. Here we go. Hey, here it comes. Slow-mo. Wow. That is so beautiful. It's almost like that circle is the moon, and that was a shooting star in front of the moon. You guys enjoying this? You guys having fun? Strap yourselves in. I desire for there to be no limits to this show. No time limits, just pure magic, pure curiosity, pure discovery. Failure is accepted here. Imperfection is accepted here. Boredom, maybe a little bit accepted. You can see how much I've slowed down this base because that shooting star has taken forever to come around. And don't worry, I haven't got off track. We're still going to figure out why some of these come around and through, and some kind of come out for 1 second like this, and then they go whoo, right back into the abyss. Look at that beautiful shooting star, everybody. This is why we're here. Alien Wizard Science, Denver, Colorado. Represent. You got to. You got to represent. It's literally the coolest city in the whole world. Shout out to all the artists here. What up, y'all? We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I am still learning about this equipment, and it seems that this little remote control is not fully charged. That's okay. This shot is actually with my Sony DSLR, and I'm so excited that I can say this to you guys. You are seeing what I am seeing, and I say that with confidence. One of the things I was most concerned about was how will I be able to convey the clarity of all this? And sure enough, I just was able to fix this camera to this particular angle. And as it rotates, everything that needs to be in focus is in perfect focus. So when we're in here and we're seeing the beautiful colors and the lasers shine everywhere, just know that it is in high def. I mean, this is exactly what it looks like with me in here, and it is beautiful. And it is an absolute honor to share this with you guys. All right, so back to the task at hand. There's that little sneaker. Okay, let's back it up. That was perfect timing. We're also going to speed this platform up more too. So here's the sneaker. The shooting star and the sneaker. I'm going to play this. And we're going to see where this is being created. How this right here is being created. And it's, again, it seems pretty complex of like, wait, what? But really the answers are right in front of us. So when I say that, I want you guys to really actually look at the prism right now, okay? I know that you can see the lines in there. You see right here, there's a line. Right up here, there's a line. And then there's a point. There's a very bright point. Look right where my fingertip is. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This beautiful display on the wall is literally written in the moment that I just showcased. Inside of this little prism right here lies the answers to everything that's happening on the wall. So this bright spot right here, I know you guys can guess what that is. That's our shooting star. And we can clock it in real time. So I encourage you, when I rotate this, to watch both of them simultaneously. Here we go. Let's make it go out of the picture. Okay, you can see that beautiful ball of light is no longer there. It actually looks like it's kind of on the wall. Right there. I don't know. That actually might be it right there. Anyway, now we're going to start it back up. Now watch this. Track the light. As soon as the shooting star hits the wall, that's when it appears inside of the prism. And look, it just tracks it. So you are seeing that light prism bend in real time. The Pink Floyd album, when the light goes through the prism and comes out as color, that is kind of this moment. Exactly. You're seeing that bend. That, I don't know, it's almost like a 45-degree angle of pew, pew light. So that's pretty cool. I'm really jazzed that we were able to figure out what that shooting star was, because that was tight. I mean, that was tight. So, let's see here. I need some water because I have some serious cotton mouth. Let's take a break. Let's just take a little breather here. Let me just say hello to you guys. Let me grab some water. I'll be right back. You guys check that out. There we go. Delicious. Interesting. All right. So, let's figure out what's going on with this piece that comes and it goes. Why does that happen? The gears for me, they're already turning. I think we're gonna figure this shit out. Let's go back on the table here. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. This is seriously so much fun. All right, so here we go. There's our shot. There's our star. There's our image that I described a minute ago. Soak it up. Now, we're going to figure out why this piece appears and goes away. Now, if you guys are already thinking, well, I know exactly what to do, Matt. I'm just going to look inside of the prism, and that's what's going to tell me what's happening. That's exactly right. So let's see what happens. Let's start from the beginning before this guy even enters. Okay, here we go. I'm watching the prism. Let's keep going. I'm watching the prism. Okay, here comes the shooting star. That's still lingering. Let's figure out what on here is it. I'm just going to use my finger. So I can use my finger as opacity to tell what line is which when I put my finger in front of these lasers in here. So, for example, you can see I'm right here. So that means, let's see here. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, I got this, you guys. Okay, so there's a thing that's happening. There's a thing that's happening inside of the prism where this circle is being overlaid. The prism is essentially shooting out two okay. Let the gears turn here. I got this. We got this. I can feel the collective. I know your gears are turning. I know you guys think this is cool. All right, here we go. You know what? I bet we can get more up close and personal with this here. Let's do it. Why not? There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's our shooting star. Now, just not seeing. Okay, I can see it. I think this arc right here, right back there, I think that arc is this. So we're going to find out by putting my finger in front of it. Okay, that is absolutely 110% correct. You can see my finger is right there. Okay, so that's what we're working with. That's that arc. But here's another tricky thing. I feel like this prism is splitting a single line into two. Because if you look really close at this wall, there are actually two lines here. There's one line, one thinner line, and then one thicker line. Why is this? It has something to do with how the prism is breaking up this laser light. That's the extent of my understanding. Right now, I just want to figure out why this comes in, it lingers, and then it goes back. So we're watching this from the top. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Yeah, this straight line up top is the shooting star. This bend right here is that. And that's coming in. And it's going back out. Yeah. Gosh, I feel like it's actually not doing that, but the prism is making us think that it's doing that. I think what we're seeing essentially is like, oh my gosh, how do you describe this? You're seeing a temporary light phenomenon within the prism itself. Like it's taking in the light and then it's shooting it out. It's almost like opening a door, almost as if it's on a hinge. The door is opening and then it closes. If you were to think of a mirror directly in front of you, but the mirror is not facing you, it's facing, like it's just a straight line. All you see is a straight line. When that mirror turns, then you see yourself. Well, if a light is already shining in that direction, and the mirror, let me show myself, so then we can kind of grasp what I'm saying more a little bit. This is what's happening, I think. The mirror is here, and because there's already a light shining on it, as this mirror turns, it opens the door for this light source to appear temporarily, to peek in, and then as the mirror rotates, it looks like it's going away, but actually the mirror is turning in on itself and the door is closing. Like that's kind of how I'm seeing it. And if you guys have an even cooler explanation, or you feel like you see something that I'm not seeing, please let me know. But I feel pretty confident about the grasp of that. And I think we should move on to something else. If we dwell too much on something, we're all going to get pissed off at each other. And we're just going to turn this off, okay? So we got to keep it fresh. So right now I'm throwing on 3 prisms. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise this laser up a little bit so that there's less of an eclipse and we get more of the circle through all of the prisms. Yeah, so maybe this is too high right now. Let me show you what's going on. So what I'd like you guys to do right now is just start looking for similarities of what we had just talked about. When you see things that look really cool, be like, okay, how is that happening? Well, look what's happening on the table. See if you can track this light phenomenon back to its source. Why is this happening? I don't know. That's cool. That was really cool. You guys saw that, right? Let's get more of a wider range here. This is so stunning. So stunning. So let's soak this in for a minute. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. This is too much fun. Seriously, too much fun. I've always dreamed of being able to do this in real time. And you know what? I've got a surprise for you guys. I forgot to turn off my floor. So this whole time, this floor has been polluting the room. And we're going to turn the floor off now, so that we can dive even deeper into this insanity. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh. You know, I could say I wish you guys could be here right now, but guess what? You're here. We're in this together. We're doing it. And I just want to say power to the people. Power to the people. I think it's time for some tunes. What do you say? You guys want to do some tunes? Let's do it. go. Okay. All right. Welcome back. That was unexpected and amazing. I feel so much tranquility right now. I absolutely love what I'm seeing. I'm so excited to be alive. I've worked so hard for this. And it brings me so much joy to share this with you on this level. Because I am 110% in the flow state. And we all know that in the flow state is where the magic happens. Let's do one more song. A little angel whispered in my ear. It said, do a song. Encore. Okay. Well, that was cool. My my buttons aren't working on here, so I'm a little discombobulated, but we made the most of it. This is why this is the beta version. So many buttons, so many things to do. But we are back. We are back on the table. And during that little flow state, I noticed something really profound. It's about to happen right here. There it is, right there. And it happens again. It goes away. And then it happens again right now. And my question for you guys is, do you know what it is? I think I might. And I'm really excited to show you. And, you know, to be honest, I've had this piece, this really cool tower glass piece for quite some time. It is very unique, but I have never used it in this capacity. I haven't had the courage because I knew that something like this would happen, and I wanted to be able to capture it in real time and share it with you guys and figure it out and explain it. So let's see here. Let's pause it. Let's take a closer look. Let's take a closer look and let's remove some pieces, right? Let's take away these prisms. Didn't think that was going to happen. Figured the whole flippin' caboodle would be prisms. But I knew the second I saw that line, and so did you guys, that this was no prism. In fact, this was probably the new object that I just placed on this table. By the way, look at that. Look how stunning that is right there. That right there is really cool. Let's just run it for a minute and just keep an eye on that. Wow. Almost looked like a jellyfish. It's very quick. Happens really quick, but my God, is that beautiful. Let's slow it down and watch that in slow motion. Here we go. Oh my God. Absolutely stunning. Oh, look at that spiral. Did you guys see that spiral? Look at that. Look at that spiral right there. Oh my gosh. We're switching to the more high definition camera because you guys gotta see this. This is crazy. Look at that. How beautiful that is. Okay, now we're gonna watch this from the high definition camera. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my heavens. Holy cowabunga. You guys, I'm telling you, you're right here with me. This is exactly what I'm seeing. Oh my gosh, what is even, Jesus. What even is that? We're changing the color. We're going to see this in a different color. I want to see something brighter than this blue. The pink's probably going to be the answer. Let's see here. Yeah, that's the answer. Here we go. Let's watch this again. Oh my God. You know what fascinates me the most is that right there. That little circle, that little twisty twist, and how it feeds into itself. Let me get a good angle on that. Stand by. Wow. I'll be damned. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Are you guys seeing how the little twisty twirl kind of comes out and then shoots out and then feeds back into itself? Are you guys seeing that? Because it's happening right here. Watch right in this area, right here. Watch this. Right there. Right there. The transfer of energy right here. It goes from this nice spiral, and then the end of the spiral whips back into here and shoots back into the light refraction. I mean, look at the depth of that right there. Look at the complexity of that. What in the world is that? Honestly, I think I see it right now. Let me see. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. I'll be damned. All right, let's watch it again, and we'll see if we can break this down. You guys, here we go for the win. Oh my God! Again, please. Oh my gosh. I'm going to try and pause it right at the right area. Nope. I got this. Stand by. Stand by. There it is. There it is. Look at that. It's absolutely remarkable. Look at that shape. The beauty of what we're seeing right now is that this here is that there. But because of the angle of the laser, we are seeing this moment kind of elongated and stretched apart and fed back into itself like a time loop. We're seeing that happen in real time. And it's all taking place. It's all taking place right here. Right here. This bend in the glass, when the laser hits that, that's what's happening. And the beauty of this is, let's see if we can capture it on film right now. Damn, that's bright. It's absolutely outstanding, but how can we capture this? I don't know, you guys, if we can get... Let's see what happens when I do this. No. Wait. No, I'm not. Okay. It's not going to happen. I'll definitely describe it to you. There's this bend right here in the glass. And then there's like this piece missing. And here's the circle. And then here's another part of the circle, right? So you can see when I put my finger right here in front of this light, there goes the bottom of the circle, right? Watch. Bottom. Actually, let me switch cameras. Apologies. Let me switch cameras here. Okay. So this piece of the circle is here. You can see my shadow on the wall affecting it. So that's where the whole moment is coming from, is this beautiful bend in the glass. And then it continues here, and that's the top. I'm literally fucking calculating this corner to corner. Here's the bottom. Here's the bottom, if you will. Here's the bottom. Here's the top. See my finger? Okay. It's a doorway. I think like that's the best way to describe it, is it's almost like some sort of doorway where it opens and closes. And when that happens, it's almost like light is being sucked in and shot back out. Oh, it's like the only way that I can describe it. And it's just, I'm so glad that I'm so glad that we have this on video, you guys. I have to bring this to an end right now because I'm still learning about like how much space I have. And if I run out of space right now, this video will go kaploopity plop and we'll lose it. But look at that. And now, oh my God, guys, this is what I'm talking about. Like, Have you guys ever seen anything like that? Seriously, have you guys seen anything like that? When was the last time you saw light move in that way, move in that fashion, and actually were able to observe it and explain it? I mean, we see some crazy shit in the sky sometimes. We can't describe that, right? It's just like, well, we can see some crazy stuff right here, right now, and we can break it down. We can describe it, and we can figure out what's going on, and we can discover the magic of how light moves through objects. And I want to leave you with this thought, okay? I like to think that the sun is the laser on this table, and we are the object rotating just like we're rotating on planet Earth. And this light shines through us. But it's not just shining through our physical body, but it's also shining through our translucent soul. And who's to say what that looks like? Who's to say how beautiful we are when we shine a little bit of light through ourselves? Was that cool or was that corny? Something's about to happen right now. Here we go. Whoosh. Oh my gosh, the square, the frickin', what do you, oh my God. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as much as I would love to stick around and do this forever and ever, well, I actually am, but right now I have to end this video. And I just want to say thank you all. Thank you all for hanging out with me. And that thought I wanted to leave you with is that the sun shines through us, and when that happens, it illuminates us, and the energy that we emit is essentially that light shining through us. So let the light shine through you. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Hopefully that's not too corny of a way to end this beautiful beta episode of Alien Wizard Science. My name is Matt Worldly. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. This has been such an honor. I'll catch you on the next one. Maybe I'll do this every day until I'm performing at Red Rocks. Who knows? But I just want to say peace, love, light refractions, peace, love, and light refractions, and have a good new year. That's my slogan: peace, love, and light refractions.